What's the biggest bullet you've ever dodged? I've always been a loyal guy. Maybe too loyal. My best friend Nate and I had been tight since we were kids. We used to skateboard on warehouse roofs and steal street signs when we were bored teenagers. Nothing serious. Just stupid kid stuff. When we hit 20, Nate called me up one Tuesday morning. "Hey Chris, I need a favor. Can you give me a ride real quick? I bought some furniture off Craigslist and need help picking it up." I didn't think twice about it. That's what friends do, right? I drove over to his apartment and picked him up. He seemed a little jittery, but Nate was always kind of hyper. He directed me to this weird location, an alley behind some old strip mall downtown. The kind of place where half the stores were boarded up and the other half looked sketchy as hell. "Just park here for a sec," he said, pulling out his phone. "Let me call the guy." I sat in my car watching him pace around, talking to someone. 5 minutes later, this random dude shows up carrying a huge black duffel bag. Not a box, not wrapped furniture, just this massive bag that looked heavy as hell. The guy walked straight to my back seat and tossed it in without saying a word to me. Nate shook his hand, exchanged some cash, and jumped back in my passenger seat. "All right, let's go," he said, way too casually. I stared at him. "Dude, what kind of furniture comes in a duffel bag?" "It's, disassembled, table legs and stuff. Just drive, man." Something felt completely wrong. Nate was sweating even though it wasn't hot. He kept checking his mirrors and telling me to take random turns. When I asked what was in the bag, he snapped at me to mind my own business. "Just get me home, Chris. Please." 20 minutes later, we pulled up to his apartment complex. That's when I saw the 2 police cruisers parked right outside his building. My stomach dropped. "Nate, what the hell is going on?" His face went completely white. Shit. He grabbed the duffel bag and started getting out. "Thanks for the ride, man. I gotta go." Before I could even respond, one of the cops was walking over to my car, then another one. Within minutes, I was in handcuffs, sitting on the curb while they searched my entire vehicle. Turns out the furniture was 10 pounds of stolen prescription pills. OxyContin, Adderall, Percocet, street value around $50,000. Nate had been under DEA investigation for months. They'd been watching him deal pills all over the city. I was terrified. My fingerprints were all over my car. I'd driven him to pick up the drugs. I looked guilty as hell. The cops kept asking me what I knew, how long I'd been involved, if I was part of his operation. "I swear I had no idea," I kept saying. He told me it was furniture. They didn't believe me. Why would they? I was literally the getaway driver. Then one detective came back with a tablet. "We pulled the security footage from the alley camera," he said. "Want to explain what we're looking at?" My heart was pounding. I thought I was done for. But when he showed me the screen, I almost cried with relief. The footage clearly showed Nate getting out of my car alone, walking to meet the dealer alone, taking the bag and loading it into my back seat himself while I sat in the driver's seat the entire time. You could see me looking confused through the windshield. "Looks like your friend lied to you about what you were picking up," the detective said. After 6 hours in custody, they finally let me go, but not before giving me the scariest lecture of my life. "You got incredibly lucky today," the lead detective told me. "Any more involvement with your friend's activities and you'd be looking at federal drug trafficking charges. That's 25 years minimum." I went straight home and blocked Nate's number, deleted him from social media, never spoke to him again.